So, see the rosters here. You may be familiar with some of them. Phantom, BENNYQ, TEGVEER, Happen, and SAP, right? But you may not be familiar with some others. Let me give you a rundown. So, of the people, we'll start from the left. Lord Garfield, also known as Super Death Fang, solo laner, plays in a ton of community leagues. He also finished pretty highly in the Vegas qualifiers, but didn't end up going to the LANs, unfortunately. But solid solo laner, right? Obviously, you know Panatom. Sap, EU mid laner. This Vulcan, by the way, has been absolutely nuclear from him. Game 1. He's going to go again into this enhancer modification, where he doesn't get the thumper, most likely. But we'll see. He could change it. Speak No Evil. A support who's been he sits around, he's friends with a lot of the high-level players, and he plays at that level. You know, he's in those groups, and you know what? You learn a thing or two. He's got a couple picks where he slams them, like example, the Ymir, and he absolutely farms people with them. This Ymir should go nuclear. And BENNYQ, you know who BENNYQ is, if you've watched any Smite esports. On the right side, Bean Soup Bob. You may not know who that is. Bean Soup Bob. Solo laner. Picks like Vamana are usually what he likes to go to. Unfortunately, Vamana is not in the game. So I don't know what he's doing here. Playing Odin. Odin is a really strong pick. Happen believes it is a very strong pick. I agree with him. It does what you want it to do. In the late game, it lives. It lives, and it does. Is Furious Sap 7? Yes. Furious Sap 7 is Zap 7. TEGVEER on the Achilles. TEGVEER has swapped roles a couple of times. In Smite 1, he played solo, then he played jungle for a little bit, but he played solo mostly. This Achilles is his pick. People banned it away from him in Smite 1 because it is his pick. I'm sure in Smite 2, he can make it his pick again. He's warming up on ping, probably. NA, that's why he was queuing NA. But Garfield soloing this blue buff and spacebar jumping by accident means he's going to miss a little bit of farm. Wake, again, another friend of the high-level players, but he's also just a very talented player himself. He does play a lot of jungle, but also does off-roll into mid. This Anubis seems to be a comfort pick of his. Look at Speak No Evil, though. He's trying to get aggressive here. Does not hit 2 in time to get that freeze off. What happened? Burns the shell anyway because of the threat. And we have got Happen. Support, 3rd place, along with TEGVEER, at the most recent New Vegas LAN. And then Mario Bro Numbers. A lot of people singing this guy's praises. Right, I have vowed to him that I would be his hater. And I'm joking, of course. Guy's a solid ADC. He plays in a lot of comp leagues. And, you know, he gets picked up and he gets stuff done. I see him do well some games, other games. You know, I wish for a bit more impact from him. But in this team, he's clearly doing something right because they're winning. Right? And ADC is a pretty core factor in how the games run right now. Happen getting aggressive, though. Speak No Evil gets stunned out, but does get the freeze off on a Happen. Some good damage going his way. The Artemis Trap makes it so Speak has to really back up. A lot of damage coming his way. We see Cabrakan getting an invade on this left, or on this right side. See Hunbats, though, looking for something here. Panatom only level 3 means that the stun makes him a bit more effective to a gank, but do we know? I don't think we are entirely aware. Now we're getting aggressive, though. The stun coming down from the Hunbots does have to get beads. Mario Bro good on the beads, but it's not good enough. Damage. First blood going to BENNYQ, and so is the second blood. No, Panatom will take it for himself. 2 kills go in the way of Team BENNYQ. This lane sucks for Odin. Real quick. This lane stinks, especially because of how SDF, or Lord Garfield, I'm going to keep calling him SDF. Super Death Fang, Lord Garfield, same person. How he likes to build this Cabrakan, he goes Mystical Mail first. Odin does not have that option because of the Cabrakan's damage type. He does magical damage. And I really wish he would change his name. Yeah, I wish he'd change it back too. I think his name's kind of silly now. But look at this. Look at TEGVEER here, looking to get something done in the soul. And the Bird Bomb comes down, landing out. There's a ton of damage on the Bean Soup Bob. Panatom's here, though, looking to secure the kill, and Lord Garfield gets it for himself. The ultimate's here. We're looking to put him in. We're not putting him in the cage. We finally do, and now TEGVEER is under threat. We got some damage onto him, though. No cripple was required, but we do have the stun, and then the other stun to follow up, but it's not even required because Panatom puts another one down. That's 2 in the column for him, 1 for his solo laner, and this is getting off to a rocket start for Team Benny. But look at the left side now. Left side again, Mario Bro is dangerously low. There's a lot of damage coming his way, and Speak No Evil hits him with those ice shards, taking him down. Mario Bro goes down again. This is brutal. Very brutal right now. Invade coming out for Furious Zap now onto this red buff. This is not great. We gotta see, every time somebody's picked Artemis, there has been a Ymir on the other side, and Artemis has died because there's a Ymir on the other side, and she can't get over walls. Vulcan Ultimate is burned here, but Wake already plants his foot down and says, I'm not going into that Vulcan Ultimate, but the Fear No Evil comes down. The Aegis is used to immune some damage, but we gotta get away if we're Wake. Wake has to walk away, but the turret is unmissable. At least for now, TEGVEER is here, but it's a little bit too late. We finally get the kill here, and we have the ultimate. The Fatal Strike, unfortunately, was not fatal that time, but eventually becomes fatal. TEGVEER getting himself a double kill. Artemis into this comp is a death sentence. Artemis was picked early on, before the Ymir. And the Kabrakan. She was picked, during second pick, for both. She was picked with the, I believe, paired alongside the Odin. No, it was paired alongside the Achilles. I'm an idiot. That's the big thing with picks like Artemis, though. Walls? She doesn't like walls. And they have two of them on that side. Phantom Shell is picked up by the Morgan, but... we won't talk about that, Penny. Don't worry. We won't talk about it. I definitely saw it, though. But yeah, this matchup sucks for Odin. This early game is going to stink for Team TEGVEER. I mean... realistically. Shield Breaker is the first item picked up, or Shield Splitter, excuse me, is the first item picked up. That is a very interesting pickup for sure. By Bean Soup Bob, but right now, there's a lot of damage coming his way, but nothing's coming of it just yet. The shell is burned and the ice shards were used, so was the Desert Fury. But Shield Splitter, first pickup. There's a shell. I assume it's for the split prots that it gives. Hunbots is here, though, and by Hunbots I mean the Morgan. Happened being the Morgan as Hunbots. Slowed down. Fear No Evil used, but... yeah.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I think they thought they had more damage than they did. But now we've burned something here. We haven't burned the beads at all. They know the boys are here. Yeah, they do. I'm surprised he's not using it to help himself clear the wave. Because what do you do with it now? Now he did. Speak No Evil goes down to TEGVEER, though. I guess he stepped a bit too far forward. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy talking about Shield Splitter. Right side, though. Phantom looking for Wake here. And now we got the Fear No Evil. Though we got a good stun off, Wake has to try to survive here. Off the mark with the Sacred Monkey Toss. Now Wake has to be careful. The Vulcan Ultimate, the Aegis is now burned here. But we don't have enough damage. The Vulcan turret comes through the wall, shoots him, and TEGVEER gets body blocked by it. Oh, that placement was disgusting. Achilles is in, though, looking for Panatom, but Panatom not too afraid of it right now. Look at TEGVEER. TEGVEER still wants this, though, from Sap. And now Panatom's in. We have the dash away, the Fatal Strike, but Lord Garfield's here. The stun comes out, but Sap's there. Bean Soup Bob takes down Panatom, but TEGVEER gets shut down. Happen in the meantime falls on the left side. This is a bloodbath of a game right now. I actually do really like the Shield Splitter. I've been thinking about it. I really do like the Shield Splitter because it is the split prots and the power it gives. It gives 40 power and a 25 of each. That's just good stats for the item. Even though the only shields you're really countering are this Phantom Shell. Left side, though, engagement coming down. Anubis is here, but that's not actually Anubis. That's happened on Anubis. But BENNYQ puts him in the dirt, pins him to the wall. It's a 1-for-1 support for support. But that's better if you're Happen. I'm going to be honest. Happen's only level 7. Again, Sap 7 here. Managing to scrounge up a lead out of seemingly nothing. I mean, he's got a kill and 2 assists, but the 1 red buff invade, and then I guess the farm from across the map. Because Panatom has just been getting kills. And speaking of kills, of getting kills, we're going to have to burn the death gaze here, but the only thing we're gazing at is our own demise. We fall down again. Wake, under so much threat this game. Heading over to left side now, because look at BENNYQ. BENNYQ is under big threat now, but we're pulling Gold Fury. We don't care about BENNYQ. Yeah, have fun with our ADC. We're gonna hit this Gold Fury now. Mori has to be aware of it. Achilles definitely is now. Achilles is here, looking to put some damage in. The wall is there. Do we get it? Sap secures it. But we're looking to secure the life of Ymir. We do get it. Speak No Evil goes down. Sap 7 trying to slip away. chasing him down, though. We're off the mark with the stab, though. We're gonna hit him with the Fatal Strike. The beads are burned for whatever reason, and the stun comes down. Sap 7 falls. But Cabrakan puts TEGVEER into the corner, keeping him trapped for now. You can put those walls down normally. You can cancel those walls. I'm DMing him after this. Oh, my God. Stunning out that Plague of Locusts. I'm actually so pissed off that he doesn't know you can push 4 again. You know where you would learn that? If you watch youtube.com/notavalvegame. But but we're still on the chase here. Bracken still running over with that one, but no, they're gonna get away.
Your middle tower is under attack.
That actually pissed me off so much that he doesn't know that.
The pyromancer has arrived. Your right tower is under attack.
Because what use does that wall serve? Other than getting in your way. Look at Speak here, though. Speak does not care. Mori still took it. Oh, Mori still took it. Oh, that's so good. This is why Cabrakan is really good in this lane, by the way, because he just hurts. Mystical Mail now picked up by Beansuit Bob, and this is obvious. Lord Garfield knows that something's coming out here, but the blink is down. Cabrakan ult comes down. Stun out, and damage comes through. We've got a lot of damage, and the Achilles Fatal Strike, and indeed fatal. It's like TEGVEER's just taking the farm over here, which is good, because now Beansuit Bob really isn't in a healthy condition to farm, especially with homebots around, and TEGVEER could just grab this wave. He'll also get himself a bull. Panatom under threat, though. Dash out from TEGVEER. Doesn't get stunned away, which is good. Look at Happen, though. Happen's still floating over here. What are you doing over here, bud? We got the Magi's Blessing now. Is that what it's called now, or is it Magi's like something else? Magi's Cloak. It's a cloak. Fuck off. Magi's Blessing. Magi's Cloak. I'm assuming just to look to stop from getting absolutely wombo comboed by these two. Also allows him to get in deeper, especially into Sap, who's going to try to knock him away. Interesting shield pickup here. Is he gonna go into Helm of Darkness too? What is he going into? I'm very curious. Maybe beads? Another set of beads to make himself even more unkillable? It would definitely not be terrible here. Look at this wraparound, though. Look at this wraparound on the dive. I'm trying to figure out the buttons. The stun comes down, Purification Keys burn, and that's a lot of damage, but not onto the right target. It's on to Happen. Happen having to turn into the Odin and run away now, but we're chasing him down. Phantom getting actually caught on the backhands here. We're looking to chase him down. Mori finally will fall. No, he slips away! Beansuit Bob putting the cage down. Lord Garfield not able to catch up. Happen slips out. Wild stuff here. Lord Garfield having to stun him down after Panatom stuns him down. Beansuit Bob gonna try to get away. We will. Everybody lived, by the way. And look at Mario Bro. Still pushing. Pyromancer gonna be picked up by Team BENNYQ. Mario Bro looking to get a win on the left side now. Braggy's Harp and Sunbeam Bow means he's gonna get some good damage on that tower. Happen getting the stun off and the teleport away. I love how you don't get punished for anything on that Mori character because of that aspect. Oof. Fun. What is... Oh, it's Queen Naga. Okay.
Your right tower is under attack.
Just Speak No Evil doing. Vibin. Beansuit Bob has amassed a gigantic lead over Lord Garfield. It's about 2.5 levels. But still, at the same time, Lord Garfield is able to trade into Beansuit Bob, but Beansuit Bob really doesn't care. Vulcan picked up Jade Scepter too. Love it. Again, another get off me tool, especially for this double warrior dive. And the third one with the Morgan. It's just good. Whatever Morgan decides to transform into, unless it's Odin or Hunbats, right? Which are two pretty solid transforms. You're you're knockback immune on those, but the rest of them you're not. And if you want like the Execute or whatever. Oh, Panatom on the way over though. This Beansuit Bob not gonna get tossed by the Sacred Monkey Toss, but They're looking to lock him down. Fear No Evil is going to come down shortly, I assume. Phantom Shell used to slip away. Actually walk through. That is so good by Bean Soup Bob. Holy crap. Using that Phantom Shell there, walking through a target allows him to get out there. But Speak No Evil doesn't have the same luxury of walking through anybody because he gets put through by that spear, putting him down. Mario Bros shutting down BENNYQ, meaning Fire Giant is certainly on the table. Damn. Yo, Bean Soup Bob is playing out of his mind right now. TEGVEER's played excellent on the Achilles, but that's expected.
The enemy team has destroyed the Fire Giant.
This goes to Achilles. Okay, good. Went to Achilles. What is Odin going into now? Is he going into an intelligence item? I'm curious where this is going. Panatom's here, though. Happen takes a bit of damage, but the beads are burned from him. Where is Panatom going? Oh, to the rest of his team. Well, doesn't hit the mark, but we're fine. I'm very curious to see where Bean Soup Bob is going with this. I assume... I don't know where he's going with that. I don't remember what that builds into. Is it Breastplate? No, Breastplate doesn't give Magical D. Speak No Evil does get the Gold Fairy, though, for his team. Good pickup. Only Hunter's Garb is what he's going for. Especially with how Odin's playing, I like it. In this match, and it also helps Happen. His build being the way it is, it benefits Happen. I didn't realize Shield Splitter stats were so good. The beads are burned by TEGVEER there. No, that was the Magi's. It was the Magi's, not the beads. I was like, why the hell would he burn beads there? He doesn't have beads. He has Blink. Look at the left side. Mario Bro. No, it's Bean Soup Bob. Never mind. Bean Soup Bob can do whatever the hell he wants. These two aren't killing him. At least unless he makes a stupid mistake, which he doesn't seem to be content on doing right now. This is for 9K, by the way. $9,000 on the line for these players. They're looking to win. They're playing to win. Listen, giving TEGVEER this Achilles may not be the best idea, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it taken away by Team BENNYQ in this next game. But the game's not over yet. By any means, the game is not over yet. Sap 7, Furious Sap 7 still can go absolutely nuclear on this Vulcan like he has been. Panatom still doing well on this Hunbats. Got a lot of potential here. It's not out of the way by any means. It's only a 5K difference. Off the mark with the Rat. That's all right. Magi's is burned on the Morgan. Cabracket on the side, though. I thought that maybe there would be something there, but no. Nothing there. Why are you activating that there? What are you doing? Bob's looking to go in, though. Bob, Robert, we're trying to rob you of this money right now because Odin is in. Odin is stalling so much time, and it looks like Lord Garfield is going to have to buy himself some time to get away. Happen jumping in now as the Odin himself. Speak No Evil, getting a dash away with that Ymir. Wall bounce. We're looking to chase more. We're getting some more done, and Vulcan is very low here. We're looking to get the Fatal Strike out. And we're going on this Phoenix. That's so much damage that just went their way. We took down one, we took down the Phoenix, and we took down the mid T2. But we're chasing still. We're looking still for this Anubis, and Anubis almost took down Sap. Sap barely slipping away from that. Shout out to your boy, Jade Scepter. We're in now we're in a bit of a rough spot. This mid Phoenix being down means there's constant pressure going into mid. This Fire Giant is about to spawn. Bean Soup Bob is not even the slightest bit concerned about Panatom, even though he doesn't have beads. Right? Bean Soup Bob does not care. Stone of Binding picked up by Speak No Evil. We have a interesting pickup here. The Nemean picked up by the Cabrakan here. Height of the Nemean Lion. Passive reflects 15% pre-mitigated basic attack damage to the physical attacker, which is specifically targeted for Mario Bro and TEGVEER. TEGVEER is doing quite a lot of basic attacking with that Dagger Frenzy and with that Hydra's Lament. So, this isn't bad, but then the active reflects the pre-mitigated damage, 30%.
Destroyed the pyromancer.
So, this will be interesting to see how well he can use this. I want to see how much of an impact it makes. Because TEGVEER is hitting him quite a bit. I don't know how much Mario Bros is hitting him, but TEGVEER doing quite a lot of damage to him. Attack speed buff given to the Artemis, and that's going to be a difficult way to walk in. A Bracken looking for a way in, though. Happen, not teleporting in, but the Screeching Gargoyle comes down. We're turning into Odin, but we're going to turn into Odin before we perish. Lord Garfield goes down as well as Happen. Chased him down, though. Mario Bro numbers. There's some numbers there added to your death column. BENNYQ putting in some work right now, and TEGVEER going to need to do some work to get away. Panatom stunning him out, but he doesn't even need the stun because he shuts down TEGVEER. Finally, this thorn in their side is put down. The fight turned around so well for Team BENNYQ there. Looks like we're throwing some poke their way. Sap needs to not die to this. Bomb comes down. Ice shards come out. Speak no evil, secure it, and Panatom picks it up. I do think that should have went to Sap, but because I feel like if Sap stays alive, the fight is just never lost. But it's fine. Got the win here. Got the Fire Giant. That was a huge turnaround. Look at Happen, though. Happen, what we need to ask is what's happening right now, because, never mind. It's the Morgan. You can't punish her. That's fun, isn't it?
The enemy team has
Bean Soup Bob took it. He took the Gold Fury, and now they got to scamper away, because Bean Soup Bob is on the chase now. Panatom's coming from the side, but BENNYQ is going to be tossed aside right now as Bean Soup Bob and Happen chase him down. And Happen... not going to be the one who secures it this time. Lord Garfield goes down. Panatom and Furious Sap are the only two that are left. It looks like Panatom is going to be past tense soon, whereas Furious Sap is past tense now. And the game is going to be ending very shortly. Because 4 go down mid while Panatom is just... the only thing left is, you know, a little bit of a delay before Odin takes him down. Game is likely going to end. Team TEGVEER take game 1. I don't see TEGVEER ever getting this Achilles for the rest of the set. It's going to be taken away.
Phoenix has been destroyed. Your Titan is under attack.
Mario Bro isn't here, though, so this is potentially, you know, risky. Ymir wall comes down. Ymir is in, looking for some damage. Wake might fall down. This end might not be possible. It's not.
Your Titan is under attack.
Minions are in, though. Fire creeps are now here. Oh, TEGVEER hit Ymir with that. Now the teams are up. Bean Soup Bob is here, though, and he has a huge health bar for this. We've got 300, 274 health, and Bean Soup Bob will finish the game. That big health bar allowing him to take the damage to take the game. Game 1 going to Team TEGVEER. Speak no evil, checking the bushes. I'm not surprised to see Happen not going the Olmec Blue. He wants the extra pots to be aggressive. Speak no evil, though, having some early wards to check for that early rotation from TEGVEER. TEGVEER on the Susano, another pick he loves. We've got the kind of mid-tier junglers here. Hercules was up, though, and you know, allowed to be played, and I'm surprised neither of them went for it. Panatom looking at Loki, whereas TEGVEER will look for Susano. Maybe they're saving the Hercules for game 3 if possible, if needed, or maybe they don't value it anymore. We'll see. We will see. Poseidon versus the Anubis matchup. Be an interesting one to see. Because I think Poseidon has kill potential on Anubis, but in the late game, this Poseidon's really got to struggle to make stuff work. Because you've got dissuasion tools for the Susano. But what's stopping Odin and Thor from just killing you? Looks like the right side mids are going to the Susano here. Red buff dropped on the ground for Wake to pick up at his leisure. But they're going for these left sides now. The Oracles have spawned. Is there going to be a fight here? Wake over the wall. Furious Sap taking a bit of damage from this Plague of Locust. More damage going to Wake, though. And Wake is going this way, that way, this or that way. Left side, though. A lot of damage. I wanted to Speak, but Speak could be able to sustain it up with that Yamoja. The thing with Thor being this sort of jungle character, he's able to clear out these buffs way quicker than some other picks. Soul also going Aspect. Soul's Heat provides intelligence and ability damage and no longer provides strength and attack speed and basic attack damage. So, when she deals damage, she does damage around her when she erupts when she becomes max stacks. When she disapparates. Immunity from the disapparate. I should say. I said not during the whole disapparate. I don't play that character. Anyway, fight coming on. Happen. Doing the slows, doing the healing, and that has a huge amount of health he gets back now. BENNYQ taking a huge amount of damage. Speak no evil. Having to back away and save his ADC. That Happen should have died. That is criminal. Aspect of Thunderstruck. Actually saving him right there. Huge. Look at TEGVEER, though. TEGVEER looking for BENNYQ, and BENNYQ was... Benny was at that point. And TEGVEER gets a double kill. Speak no evil. Falls down, and unfortunately for Panatom, there's nothing for him to gain from this. They're going to pull these so they don't get stolen away. But TEGVEER's here. He's level 5, and Panatom is exactly not that. He will fall down. TEGVEER getting himself 3 kills to start off this game. Explosive start for TEGVEER. That's not what you want to see if there's a Susanoo on the other team. Ooh. Kraken is up. Wake does have Aegis, though. Oh, another kill goes on left side. I was going to take a drink. TEGVEER getting a 4th kill for himself is, Ooh. You're going to Kraken him? I thought he was. No, he did not. Already, Dagger of Frenzy picked up by TEGVEER. And that is a humongous spike to have at this point in the game. 3 minutes in, he already has the full Dagger of Frenzy. Oh. Disgusting. This dual lane. Scary place to be. TEGVEER is securing that for himself. That speed buff in the mid lane. Poseidon tried to swipe it away, but did not get anything. Emojo looking to build into this life binder, while Thor, I think, is going to be going into that Avenging Blade. But he could go into something else. We will see. Avenging Blade would be a good pickup for him, though, because it does amplify that effect. He also could go Eye of the Storm, amplifying that effect even more from that aspect of Thunderstruck, making them slow, tremble, and bringing them in with the Vortex. We will see, though. Looking towards right side again. Kraken building into this Mystical Veil once more. Shield Splitter picked up by the Odin. Not unexpected. Especially into the emoji now, too. It actually has some other value. And the Cupid with the aspect. It has more value outside of just the good stats it has. Right now, it's kind of a dull point. You want to make something happen if your team BENNYQ, but it looks like you don't have an in right now. Anubis would probably be your best bet. But nobody's around for Anubis. And Susanoo looking for the wraparound now. You see Thor on the backside here. Happen. Looking to make something happen as BENNYQ walled off. The Phantom Shell is burned to get him away. But we're catching up to Cupid, the slowdown, and the wall is excellent from Speak No Evil. But we're looking to speak BENNYQ's name in the sermon that we're saying for him as he has perished once more. Rampage for TEGVEER. Yeah, this is just a run it down sort of. We're sticking together and we're fighting together the entire time. They're hunting for Panatom right now. They heard him, but they're like, no, we're not walking up there. They're waiting to see who they can catch. They're looking to catch BENNYQ again. They get the purple buff. Easily secured. Naga Queen picked up by Team BENNYQ and secured by Team BENNYQ. They finally get a win somewhere. Right now, there's what's a really big loss is the fact that TEGVEER has 5 kills. Yeah, that's the main dragging point right now. I feel like that talking point is really moot because all he's going to do is just keep coming back to this dual lane and trying to get kills. Because that's one of the easiest source has been. Thor getting aggressive on this left side, though. Looking to find something. Looking to find some damage. But not going to get anything out of it. Anubis making his way over, too. Looks like they're pulling Gold Fury. Susanoo kind of just doing it himself. Soul and Anubis are now there doing the damage, and Gold Fury secured. Meanwhile, Happen over here just literally being irritating. But it might be a bit too irritating. This isn't the Morgan. You don't get out for free. Take quite a bit of poke. Mid lane, though. Mid lane, you gotta keep your eye out, Wake. You gotta wake up. But unfortunately, you're put to sleep for a little while longer. Loki put you down. Panatom finally finding a return kill. Nothing's really happening. I wish there was something more interesting to talk about, but really, there's nothing too crazy about these builds. Pretty much the same. Happen did rush the Mystical Mail, which I think just amplifies his already this. is what he's doing, and this is what his goal is right now, to be as irritating as possible. We're going up into the sky once more. TEGVEER on the chase, trying to keep up, but we're well enough to, you know what, speak no evil. You're looking pretty delectable, too. Let's try and grab that, but no, the River's Rebuke is enough to dissuade. Anvil of Dawn for both dual lane ultimates. Pretty good there. The Bloodbound book, also picked up by Wake again. Pretty solid stats, especially for a character like Anubis, who's looking to, you know, he has to stand his ground to fight. There really isn't another option for him. It's got a similar effect to Zeus, but Zeus is a bit more threat. In the mid lane, though, the Kraken comes down, Bloodbound book is popped, the Death Gaze is there, but Furious Sap taking him down. Wake falls again. You gotta be more careful with where he's positioning, just because that can happen to him. That's kind of has to be their in. I guess Wake is just their in. Because what? You can't fight around dual lane, and what? You're gonna kill Odin? Good luck with that. Right? And especially with how Bob has been playing. Bob has literally just been sitting in the back half of his lane this entire game. Throwing out spears to get the kills, or to get the heal from Warrior's Axe. He does not care. He's clearing out the waves because he's not gonna get killed at this point, right? Doesn't care. Left side, though, BENNYQ able to dash away from the damage. Your only in is taking this Anubis. Sap 7, though. Level 14. Highest in the game by a good margin. At least 2 levels, if not, you know, 1.5. This is something we saw in Smite 1, at least with Panatom teams, right? Just the Panatom on them. Funneling a ton of farm into a mid laner. Did it with Shinto and is now doing it with Sap. Allowing him to just take this farm. It puts him a little bit behind. Granted, TEGVEER was already ahead, but Panatom's keeping up very well with TEGVEER, despite the fact that TEGVEER has literally 5 kills. An absolutely explosive start. And Panatom's actually ahead in XP! Kind of criminal.
Your right tower is under attack.
TEGVEER's got to kind of shape up for this. Especially with all the farm that Sap has been soloing. I guess it's been taking a bit more lane farm than TEGVEER has, but still. Left side, though, we're looking to get aggressive on to Speak No Evil, but there's only so much damage you could throw at him for him to feel threatened, right? You've got that life binder, he throws it onto you, and then he throws down one of his abilities on top of himself that basically can't miss. Left side, though, BENNYQ is the target, Anvil of Dawn comes down, we're trying to fire back, but we know we're under threat here. That's a lot of threat. Soul takes him down, BENNYQ. Falling down another time, 0 and 4 at this point. I mean, you can't really help him. Because if you do, you're committing so many resources to a lane that has already been kind of decisive in one way. You look at this here. Goldberry picked up. Speak No Evil trying to steal, and he does get it! Oh, that's criminal. Stolen away by Speak No Evil. Really good swipe. Look at Happen, though. Happen is literally just sitting over here as often as he can, trying to get this Cupid. This Cupid being behind is going to be massive, I think, for Team TEGVEER. Because then that's another threat that really is just not a threat because he's just so far down. We'll see, though. TEGVEER, even with Panatom in XP, despite the fact that he had such an explosive start, that's really something you're hoping to see more out of TEGVEER, at least in terms of a lead. We got these 5 kills, and now we're just not getting active. We lost Gold Fury to Speak, when we could have possibly dropped and killed him, or waited for the River's Rebuke to run out. It wasn't the River's Rebuke that took it, granted, but still, Anubis again being the target is kind of just ideal. Or focusing down Anubis is ideal for Team Benny, because he's really their only play. Right? Happen has to be careful, though. The Vortex does cancel out. The Cripple cancels out Happen's ability to teleport away, so he has to ult out. Good response time from Happen there. Realizing, I got crippled, I gotta just go. I gotta be gone. I don't think our Kraken would have killed him, but with 4 people there, he'd eventually would have died. Mario Bro has a bit of a lead here. TEGVEER looking for another pick here on the Benny. Benny had a vague idea of it, but a bit too late was the vague idea, because he goes down, and Speak No Evil getting gone on now. Furious Sap looking to target down this Wake. The Kraken coming out, but the Aegis is there. The bounce out was a bit too late. But can Wake save himself? The Death Gaze is here. Landing down, Wake finally does fall from that title surge. We're slipping away. 1 for 1, Wake goes down, but BENNYQ again goes down. Wake's more worth than BENNYQ. Soul gets the T1. We're throwing some damage in. We're teleporting in. We're getting Panatom low. The bomb is dropped to secure the bomb, but Speak No Evil does get it. Beads aren't burned, but now TEGVEER's here. The big boss is here. Furious Sap is the target. We're looking to lock him down, and Bean Soup Bob doesn't need to aim anything when the aura is around him to do that damage. TEGVEER taking down Speak No Evil. That is 2 more going the way of Team TEGVEER. We're fighting in mid again? We're fighting in mid again. Soul looks to be the target, though. No, they're walking away now. We're caging the Cupid. We've got the shield breaker onto him now, and Cupid is dead. Man, I'm dead. And now we're looking at Cabrakan now, and we did negative damage to him. We lock him under the tower. Loki's coming in, but Loki came in and then took all of the damage himself and died. Lord Garfield might not take any damage, but Loki, you certainly do. I'm trying to think of a way. Well, first off, how we're going to operate this if we are Team BENNYQ. Right? Because this fight, we need to find a way to get BENNYQ farm. A safer way to farm. You just stick him over in left side, right? You stick him over in left side, teleport him over there, and just keep him at T2. I know it's boring, but you literally just... You literally just... let the wave push in and sit him over here. Sit him over here. What threat will he be under from over there? You know how out of the way they have to go to put him under threat, and then you had a fire giant because of it.
Your right tower is under attack.
But Loki seems to be going to siege over there, while TEGVEER's there to match. TEGVEER finally has a bit more of a lead that I was hoping for. Looks like he's going to this Void Shield next after finishing this Magi's. But in the mid lane, Odin is behind here, and we're looking to go on Zap. The cage comes down the same as the Kraken. Taking a lot of damage as Bean Soup Bob the Pridwin pops. Don't have that Oni Hunter's Garb yet, but we're up in the air. If we're happen, we're looking for something here, and it looks like we're going to land down onto Speak. No, we're going to land down onto the right. Just using that Thor ultimate to scare them away. We don't want to die for no reason. Bean Soup Bob reset because of all the damage he took, but he can easily come back in. I assume he has the teleporter up. Judging by the speed he's moving, he does not. Doesn't look like they're going for anything just yet. We're kind of just sitting around in mid. I want to know, while we wait, Dual Wave is pushing in right now. Pyromancer's pick up. Dual Lane is pushing in favor of Team TEGVEER, which is favorable for Team BENNYQ, so BENNYQ can get farmed. But the Pyromancer is secured by BENNYQ. Bean Soup Bob jumps in. Bean Soup Bob is also looking for possibly a cage. The cage is already down. Lord Garfield and Panatom getting gone on, and TEGVEER doing so much damage to Panatom. Panatom goes down. Happen on the chase. The beads come down, and we're walling off 3 people there with that huge wall. Speak No Evil in the cage, and Speak No Evil's not getting anywhere with that ring. Keep going. We're still chasing. Trembling down Lord Garfield, but he's going to slip away. We're going for Fire Giant next, I assume. But we're still afraid of this Poseidon. We are respecting Lord Sap. That Lord Sap? I mean, Furious Sap, not Lord Garfield. Furious Sap here. We're still respecting his possible damage. He has been doing a lot of work on this Poseidon. I was doubting it before, and I still feel like it could have more impact, but realistically, what can you do when your team is kind of just surrounded by this? Again, I make my point. Left tower. Smite players. Manage wave states better, man. Look at this.
Your left tower is under attack.
And BENNYQ needs farm. Right? BENNYQ needs to catch up. Send him left side. We're now on Fire Giant. We're shoving in here. Lord Garfield gets caught, and now the Anubis ultimate is burned. Lord Garfield will eventually die here. He soaked up a bunch of damage, but finally he goes down. In the meantime, Happen stalling literally everybody else. His left tower is still going down, though. By the way, you see it blinking there? It's still going down. Somebody has to deal with it. Poseidon moves at Mach 12. Send him over there. He is Doom Orb. Somebody has to deal with it. Look at it again. Look, the waves have finally evened out now. We've missed all this farm. The waves have finally went towards the way of Team BENNYQ. But players need to learn to manage wave states better. And we have, like, peak performers here, right? We have top-end pros of Smite 1. We're not managing wave state. Looks like Panatom is finally heading over there to try to get some split push action going. Because Arondight is being gone on by Team TEGVEER. And I don't see a contest coming through. Anubis shredding through the Fire Giant, and that's going to be easily done. Mario Bro did not need to burn that ultimate. But he did anyway. Voidstone being picked up by him. I actually love this. It's interesting because it allows him to save himself from the possible damage Cabrakan could do to him. I really like that. Poseidon also has tried to throw some damage his way, although it hasn't really worked out too well. But the Cabrakan damage is something that is genuinely a threat to him. So keeping himself alive even more with the Voidstone. Plus, it allows his Anubis to do more damage when he's near him. Pyromancer secured, and now we're resetting. Going to group up, probably head towards this right side or the left side and clean the towers off the map. That's what I would do, at least. Queen Naga, secured by Team BENNYQ. I'd say that, but it reset. Looks like the Phoenix is going down, though. Left side, as I'm distracted by something. Phoenix getting gone on, and Anubis burns the Death Gaze despite missing the rev. Wake! Oh, no. But the Ring of Spears comes down, so does the River's Rebuke, but Anubis is still under threat, and as Anubis finally goes down, he soaked up a ton of damage, but he also took too much for himself to soak up. Lord Garfield, though, under threat. The bomb is dropped. There's absolutely nothing. I was distracted by a lot of things right there, and, still in the chase. TEGVEER trying to chase down Panatom. The ultimate burned, and we're looking to wall off. We walled off 2. Cupid has to dash away. Speaking of Evil gets the bounce out. But Wake goes down, and now we're not going to get anything from it. I mean, Wake also just whiffed, unfortunately. So, we failed the Phoenix Siege. We have Fire Giant for another 30, which is fine.
Good to have on hand.
Are we going to get anything else? It doesn't seem like it. Poseidon, soon maxing out his build. What is player damage? 21k. Poseidon at the top of the board. Anubis at the bottom.
The Pyromancer has arrived.
Whew. That's not what you want to see. Even with a character that's mostly, you know, you pick him for the damage he could do to objectives and the single target burst he could do. You don't want him doing almost as much as the enemy support. And I get you have an aggressive support in the form of this Thor, but, whew. Fire Giant now picked up by Team TEGVEER. I've been dead silent for like a minute because nothing has happened. Nothing interesting. It's all getting edited out of my YouTube video. Nothing going on, but now something's going on. Got all this damage coming down. Poseidon Kraken is completely off the mark. And that means we're going to disengage now. Bean Soup Bob putting up the shield, while Happen looking to put down himself to put some damage in, but Happen goes down afterwards. Sap putting some damage, and that's tragic. Such a typical I was actually about to say, such a typical Kraken play right here. Looks like TEGVEER's those trying to get active, but it looks like who's getting active now is Team BENNYQ, because 2 people go down. That's a 3-kill swing. Looks about to be a 4th as Bean Soup Bob finally goes down, shut down by Panatom. Fire Giant pulled, and Fire Giant picked up TEGVEER. Almost stopped here by Lord Garfield. He's looking for the kill, though. Lord Garfield going to be put out. No, the Pridwin is enough. We have time to stall. TEGVEER still on the chase, and we do put down TEGVEER. A turnaround for Team BENNYQ. God damn. Do they end? Happen with the wall there is actually excellent, but do they end? He's trying to proxy the wave. This is actually really smart because he's trying to clear this wave before they get it. Before it gets to the Titan, but they're going for the end. And it looks like they might find it. Looks like Mario Bros trying to put some damage down. Anvil of Dawn comes out. The Kraken is burned. Is it going to be enough? Mario Bro goes down and the damage is there. Wake trying to finish it, but no. It is the game 1-1. The set is now tied. BENNYQ TEGVEER going to 1 more. Seeing the Bologna picked up for Lord Garfield is not surprising. It is a pick he does really enjoy. Speaking no evil, picking up the Ares. Furious Sap running back this Poseidon. Panatom on the Fenrir, giving it more setup. I'm really interested to see how this game goes. I was talking. That was very rude. Ares going with the aspect here. That allows his 2 to stun. Call to Arms no longer grants protections or affects allies. Instead, Ares empowers his shield. And for his next basic attack, stunning the target and spreading damage to nearby enemies. But this allows him to have a little bit of extra CC on his kit, but in exchange for losing one of his most powerful tools in that Call to Arms. I feel like the aspect has a really powerful potential for it, but it also has such a heavy drawback too. Losing those prots, something that's so good, especially in the late game, is heavy to lose. Looks like Beansuit Bob is looking towards this Chalk aspect. I saw him build a round shield. I'm triggered. You go damage. You play damage. Damage, Chalk. I personally, and you ask a good amount of people, you play damage on Chalk. You don't really go defense. Defense Chalk makes him way worse. Why would I give up doing 500 damage per axe for what? To, quote-unquote, live slightly longer? I'd rather just do 800 damage with my ultimate than the, 400 I would do. Because I could take my entire laning phase. I don't have to interact with Bologna at all. Throw an axe. Throw an axe. Throw an axe. Throw an axe. With this aspect especially, I don't see why you would go tank Chalk. Everybody seems to have a normal start, except for, you see this right now, Beansuit Bob starting up on this red buff. Gonna get it for himself and then walk to lane, or is he going to red? Or he's going to blue. He's going to his blue buff. Throwing this down, and he's going to look for the secure now. He's going to lose out on some wave experience here, but he's going to get the solo on the blue, plus the split red buff experience. Looks like Lord Garfield is just last-hitting these. No, he changed it around. He's no longer just last-hitting. But Beansuit Bob taking forever to get to lane. But that's also, at this point, indication that there's something wacky going on now. Why Bologna didn't walk up? You're going to lose the side camps now if you're Beansuit Bob, but you do get this double buff farm. Seems like that means to me that TEGVEER's either going to be doing a lot of left side camping like he did last game, keeping BENNYQ down like he did last time, or we're going to be getting active solo side, specifically because we took all... Oh, that sucks. He almost got that with the 93. Duo side. Again, we're looking to get active with the store. The damage the store does, we're looking to abuse that. A lot of damage going to the way of Happen here, having to force the beads away, but looks like Panatom's looking to do what was done to his ADC this time around. The wraparound is there. Do we have wards, though? That vision is not ours, I don't think. No, it was not. And the blink in, Happen has to TP out, but the chains are there, which means the chains you will be bound by are the chains that send you to the grave, but return and kill onto BENNYQ. Fenrir gets a kill, does not get the kill, but TEGVEER does. Cernos picks up one, but then is picked up immediately after by TEGVEER. Lord Garfield also goes down and right. I'm sorry, I was trying to fix something with my stream because I'm dropping a ton of frames for no real reason. Is it noticeable or no? If frame drops aren't noticeable, then whatever, right? Left side, though, more aggression coming in. Looks like we're getting a lot of damage onto Mario Bro, but at the same time, we're getting some good damage onto BENNYQ. Speak No Evil, though, is now under threat. We're trying to put some damage onto him, but... let's see. Speak No Evil, though, gets that stun out. There's a lot of damage. We've got the shielding from Mario Bro, hopefully. Meanwhile, Zap falls in the mid lane, but Happen goes down again. TEGVEER goes down in the mid. This is a bloodbath. But Lord Garfield going down is actually disgusting that he managed to die. I don't know, that you really just can't force yourself in that matchup to take the fight when you just have the attack speed slow coming at you with the Chalk Rain. Or does it not slow attack speed anymore? No, it just doesn't heal. It does the attack speed slow still, and you take a ton of extra damage. Look at this in the mid lane. Wake trying to... No, he's just dashing away. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he ever wins that 1v1, so... not in this case, at least. Not at this point in the game, especially when Zap has a full item over him. He gets his book. Now, Book of Thoth, and who got it? BENNYQ stole it. Bob's resetting now. We'll see what he ends up picking up. I really hope it's not a defense item. He didn't buy an item. It is a defense item. It's Glad Shield. God damn it. Bob. Bob. NA players, man. Sap's not on the same team as him. We only have NA players here. Happen should know. Happen's a knower about the full damage shock. He's on my OSL team. He's a knower that the full damage shock is the best damage shock. Not even full damage. You just need to go like hybrid. You just need to. You go 2 defense items. You go Pridwin and you go like Mantle. Karmic does it like that. Bro, I stole Karmic's build because you recommended it. Why aren't you telling Bob to do the same thing? Speak No Evil getting gone on though. The beads are burned, and Speak No Evil does get away. Nicely done. Stampede burned, and it was only had to lost the ultimate and the Stampede for that. When you burned what? The Cupid ultimate? Bobbert? Does he prefer Robert or Bobbert? Bob, important question for you right here. I'm gonna DM Bean Soup Bob real quick. I've got an important question for you. Are you Bobbert? Robert? Bean Soupert? Bean Soupington? Bush? Like the baked beans? Gold Fury picked up, though, on the left side. Stopping my yammering now. Happen, looking to steal this away. Does he get it? No, Sap secures it. Seems like EU players are the only one who can secure Gold Furies, or secure objectives at all. Kraken did whiff at one point last game, but Happen, ulting away for safety. Golden Blade, the first pickup by Lord Garfield. And Chalk, trading into him once more. Left side still. Bit of an even trade back and forth here. You see Happen trying to get the wall off. That wall was a bit late. If there's any major frame drops, please let me know, because apparently there was like a big burst of it that just happened before. If it becomes unwatchable, please tell me. Because then I kind of just have to say screw it and start recording instead of streaming, which sucks, but... I will do it that way. The ult comes in, and it looks like the beads are burned for one, but not the other. We have a cripple out on to Happen, and now the polymorph comes down and Happen under threat here. But the heal is massive from both the Cupid and Happen there. BENNYQ under threat, and Cupid dashing in. Speak No Evil trying to body block a few autos, but now Happen has huge damage numbers into him, and he doesn't even need to hit the heart bomb because Speak No Evil eventually falls. Going the way of Mario Bro numbers. But look at the backside. You see Panatom coming in. Panatom looking for a pick here. Happen, they're aware of him. Happen gets stunned out. We're grabbing Mario Bro, though. The beads are down and Mario Bro's cooked. Happen knows it and Happen dips. Oh, but look at this. Susano getting gone on here. Or going in on this, but the beads are burned. Garfield causing him to run away, but now Bean Soup Bob is on the chase. And I didn't swap to the right person because I forgot the button. Bean Soup Bob keeping him dissuaded from going any further. Throwing an axe down under. Wake is here. No way Bob teleports into this, right? Yeah, no. He's not stupid. A blink away from the stun is huge there. We get away from this. We walk away. We don't steal it. It's fine. We dash away. We're good. BENNYQ, though. Looks to be a target, maybe? No. Nothing. Mystical Mail. Looking to be the first item built by Bolts. Or the first item built by Happen. Looks like to be picked up next by Speak No Evil. BENNYQ dashed into a wall. I wonder what Haven's gonna go next. I forgot what he went last game, to be honest. Sun comes down. This is a lot of damage going to Thor, but he has a lot of sustain too. 83 from that heal. Fat healing right there. And the Cupid heals him up too. Sign getting that Doom Orb done. Kin size finished on the Fenrir with the Devourer's Gauntlet. I'm surprised I didn't know that sooner. Notice this sooner. Devourer's Gauntlet is one of the few items in the game that gives you Flat Pen. Flat Pen is a very hot commodity in Smite 2. Eagle's Rally comes down. It looks like the Ragnarok will follow real quick, real easy. Hammer slam down. Panatom finishes off the kill. Chalk going down 1. They're going for this tower. No, Susano's here. TEGVEER able to clean it up, making sure the tower doesn't go down. Fenrir going a basic attack-oriented build. Devourer's Gauntlet, followed up by this Kin size, probably going into a Berserker's next. Brutalize, procs basic attack effects. So Brutalize will have the Kin size proc, but Devourer's Gauntlet is one of the few items that gives Flat Pen. Flat Pen is a hot commodity in Smite 2 just because nothing has it anymore. Devourer's Gauntlets, once it stacks, does have it. And holy! Lord Garfield getting absolutely exploded right now by TEGVEER. And while he can trade into it, it looks like TEGVEER... Oh my gosh, TEGVEER almost fell down to that. Whew.
has arrived.
Gold Fury being picked up now by Team BENNYQ. That's getting absolutely shredded through now. That is quick and fast. We gotta stop them here, happen. What are we gonna do? Stampede burned. The Pyromancer, or excuse me, the bombs are burned. No Pyromancer bombs. But Sap does secure that Gold Fury for himself and his team. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I'm losing my grip. I had good casting before. Now I'm losing my grip. Wah. Wah. Mumbling, stumbling, fumbling. I'm doing this for 5 hours. That's fair. What am I, agreeing with myself? Yeah, that's fair. Left side, this tower is now under threat. Mario Bro can kind of just watch as this happens, because realistically, what? The Ares is a higher level than you. What are you supposed to do here? TEGVEER's on his way over, though, and they seem to be aware of it because of how they're backing off. Happen is also on the way.
Your right tower is under attack.
Rotating to see if they're going to pull Pyro. They think they are on it. Shock knows they're not now. Placing some wards down, but Fenrir's here. Fenrir might be looking for something. This Pridwin now finished up for the Chalk. See Fenrir kind of dancing his way over. Looking to see what they can get in mid lane. Speaking of mid lane, looking aggressive, going on Speak No Evil now. Both getting pulled? No, just Wake. Looks like Wake is getting gone on now. The beads are good from Wake. But it looks like we're going further with it. I can't find the right button to switch to, because now Furious Sap is getting gone on, and we're gonna chain one. We do get it, but the blink out from TEGVEER is perfect! Literally perfect! Oh my goodness! Insane, but Happen does go down. The blink out followed by, I believe, the 3 teleport away was insane.
The enemy team has destroyed
BENNYQ securing the Pyro. Meanwhile, Mario Bro over here getting this tower. Sunbeam Bow will help with that for sure.
Your team has destroyed a left enemy. Your middle tower.
Hit T1 getting gone on, though. Looks like that Pyro Bomb was already used for it? Was, but Chalk's in now, doing a ton of damage, and a double kill goes his way. Speak No Evil and Furious Sap get toned down. And now, a bit of a turnaround. This game is still only about 5k, separating the two teams. And that's largely due to the Gold Furies, and now this tower that's going the way of Lord Garfield. But we are able to mitigate. We're able to mitigate, and we'll see how much we can get, because we get this mid T1 now.
Destroyed a middle enemy tower.
Red buff. We're securing this so they don't steal it away. Why am I looking? I'm looking at Athena's thigh. Mr. Bologna's probably going to this kin size next. That or Braggy's heart. Either or. Mid lane, though. Wake getting gone on. I'll find the right button eventually. The loving arms of a Kraken. Wake goes down, and that's a... You are the play there. Your beads are down, and you are the play. Every single time. Where are the set of beads from Happen? The AoE beads. We need that. Happen wasn't there, to be fair. But still, I'm expecting to see that. I'm expecting to see one possibly from Wake as well. Fire Giant now pulled. Happen in the air. Let's see if we can get anything done now. Happen's looking for something here. We're landing down into the pit. No, we're just off the side of the pit. TEGVEER, though, floating. Lord Garfield running right at him. Magi's was popped away by that disarm. Cupid's here, though. Cupid's putting in some numbers. The up-down from the Bologna. Good damage, though. Who's going to get it? And it looks like Team TEGVEER. No, Lord Garfield did get it. Lord Garfield got it, meaning that we are going to be able to chase him down. Happen gets put down, but now TEGVEER's resurrecting on this. But how long is that resurrect going to help you? You go down.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Fire Giant goes the way of Team BENNYQ, and it's looking like a clinic now from Team BENNYQ, despite the rough start to game 2. We're not deterred. Man, this all felt like last game was so close. The game before that was so close. And suddenly, we're just kind of getting folded. I mean,
The enemy team has destroyed the gold fuel left tower.
I guess Phantom just decided to start winning. I don't know.
Your left tower.
It's really another way to put it. He decided he wanted to start winning. This Ares is also doing some really good work from Speak. Speak doing some insane work right now. This Thor was not doing the same effect that it was last game, because I think they're now used to what this Thor wants to do. That was run down Benny. You pick something aggressive like this Ares to prevent the Susanna from ganking it. Because Ares is a really big deterrent tool for the Susanoo. You have to get somebody to eat those chains before the, before the fighting. For Susanoo to even come in.
Has destroyed the pyromancer.
It's a tricky game. But now we look at Panatom here. He's looking to chase down. Looks like Happen is getting chased down here. I'll find the right button eventually. Leap over the wall. We're looking to Happen still. And we see this. That ultimate comes out from Happen. Meanwhile, on the left side, we have one coming out. Oh, we'll pour one out for the passing of TEGVEER. Stun out from Wake will be off the mark, but we're looking for more. And we're in on the chalk here. Put some damage down to clear the way, but we're getting shredded right now. And Bean Soup Bob getting a lot of pain in his face, but Wake getting even more pain. And we'll be finished off now by Lord Garfield. Happen going to get the Kraken to the back of his face. And eventually we'll go down. No, we're sieging into the Titan room. Happen will slip away, but will we have enough to end the game? Got a lot of damage here. Panatom's not hitting Titan just yet. We're looking to get the kills now to prevent them from saving the game. Looks like Happen trying to save it. Bean Soup Bob goes down. So does Happen. Deicide resulting in the game going to Team BENNYQ 2-1 for the set.